Okay, this video is on one-step equation word problems. Some of you are struggling with this, so this video is completely on word problems. Watch as much as you want. It's going to be a little bit of a longer video just because I'm doing how many problems? I'm going to go through 7 word problems, so there's going to take a little bit amount of time. So here are a little bit of some steps that I thought of in my head first for creating an equation from a word problem. So you have to, again, there's no formula for this. You have to read the entire question. What is a question asking you? And generally what the question asking you is what the variable ends up being. Okay? Use keywords to identify addition, division, subtraction, multiplying. You're going to have to use those keywords that we discussed several weeks ago in class. And 5, word problems are reading comprehension initially, so you have to read. You cannot skip over half the words and get the right answer. That's not going to happen. You have to read the problem. There is no shortcut to this. They're words. You have to read them. Yes, it's math, but it's still words. Okay, so number 1. Oscar is saving money to buy a jacket that costs $47. He has already saved $25. How much more money does Oscar need to save? So you're trying to figure out the variable X is how much does Oscar need to save? Okay? How much more money does Oscar need to save? So that is your variable. I'm going to put that over here. Now we're going to reread the problem. Oscar is saving money to buy a jacket that costs $47. He has already saved $25. So X is how much more money does Oscar need to save? And we know the jacket costs $47 and he has already saved $25. So what are you doing to X to find the value over here? You are adding 25 because how much he needs, much more he needs to save with how much he's already saved is going to give him how much the total cost of the jacket. And now this is if you're trying to create equations, and again, this is I don't always necessarily think it's important to have the equations, but the setup of the problems matter in the future. So I'm going over creating an equation for it. But I'm a big advocate for solving word problems in any manner that you need to, whether it's visual, whether it's equations like this, or you're just writing out numbers and you're solving it. I'm a big advocate for that. But this unit itself in Unit 6 is talking about creating equations. So I'm teaching you about creating equations. And now solving this again, if you watch my prior video from yesterday, you're trying to find out identify the side the variable's in, and then what is the relationship with the variable and the number on that same side. And this is adding 25. So the inverse operation of addition, the one that undoes is subtraction. So subtract 25 from both sides. And you're going to be left with X equals 47 minus 25 is 22. 22 plus 25 is 47. So he needs 22 more dollars. Oscar needs 24 more dollars. Cash. Okay? Next problem. The basketball team is practicing after school. 4 students have to leave early. If 12 players remain, how many students are on the team? So you can, again, identify any variable for this, but I'm going to say S equals number of students on the team. This is a total number of students. And this is, you're not treating this like S is going to be the total, you're trying to create an equation in it. So with the equation, something's going to happen to S to get to something else. So if this is a total number of students, and in saying the basketball team is practicing after school, 4 students have to leave early. So if this is a total and 4 leave early, that means you're subtracting 4 because they're leaving, they're going away. And then it equals the 12 because it's how many are remaining. This is your equation. S minus 4 equals 12. And to solve it, on this side, the variable it's subtracting 4, so you're going to be adding 4. So it's going to be S equals 16. There are 16 players on the team. Okay. You can get to the right answer without having this equation, but I'm trying to help you guys create the proper equation. Oops, I do not have enough space. Okay, well, I'll work it out. Kelly split her candy into pieces to share amongst her and her 3 friends. If each of them got 3 pieces, how many pieces did Kelly split the candy bar into? So, candy equals number of total pieces of candy. Okay? How many pieces did Kelly split the candy bar into? So, Kelly split her candy bar into pieces shared amongst her and 3 friends. So, if she has a total of C candy and she split it amongst how many people? You have herself plus these 3. So, it's 4 people total. That means you are dividing those total pieces by 4, and each of them ended up getting 3 pieces. Again, there's no shortcut to this. This is making sense of the words. And now to solve this, you were dividing 4 over here. That means you were multiplying 4 to both sides. That means 3 times 4 is going to be C equals 12. There are 12 total pieces of candy. Notice how I am starting off with the variable every single time now, and you're doing something to that variable every single time. In last night's football game, the home team earned 3 times as many points as the visiting team. They won the game with 21 points. How many points does the visiting team have? So V equals number of points by the visiting team. So that is my V, the number of points. So in last night's football game, the home team earned 3 times as many points as the visiting team. So they earned 3 times as many points as the visiting team. And they won the game with 21 points. That means, I should say the home team won the game with 21 points. So 3V equals 21. Unless, again, solving the equation, variables on the left side, it's multiplication. That means you're dividing 3 to both sides. So the 3's would go away. And you were left with V equals 7. So visiting team scored 7 points. Right, moving on to another problem. The forest trail to Round Lake is 3 times longer than Rocky Trail to Round Lake. If Forest Trail is 15 miles, how long is Rocky Trail? So, I'm going to use R. Use a small r. R equals length of Rocky Trail. Okay, so the forest trail to Round Lake is 3 times longer than the Rocky Trail to Round Lake. If Forest Trail is 15 miles, how long is Rocky Trail? So Forest Trail is 3 times longer. 3 times R equals. This is saying Forest Trail is 3 times longer than Rocky Trail, and that length is 15. So 3R is equal to 15. And just like the last problem, you are multiplying here, and that means you're dividing 3 from both sides. So R equals 5. Rocky Trail is 5 miles long. A stunt airplane is flying at 150 feet. It ascends to 325 feet. What was the change in the airplane's altitude? So ascends means it's going up, okay? It's going higher. What was the change in airplane's altitude? So I'm just going to use X this time because there's a lot of, what was the change? The difference, the change in altitude. So the stunt airplane is flying at 150 feet. So it's flying at 150 feet. It ascends 325 feet. So, honestly, this is not the best equation. Word problem. Oh, so there's a change. Airplane's at altitude. It ascends through 225 feet. So you have X, okay? It's currently flying at 150 feet. So whatever the change in altitude is, however it goes, like what it's saying is that it's going to go up. It's at 150 feet right now, and X is how much it's going to go up, the change in altitude. And it goes, the height that it reaches, it ascends to 325 feet. Goes to 325 feet. Notice how I'm talking this through too. I have to read through the problem to make sense of it. So now it's adding 150 to X. That means you're subtracting 150 to X from both sides. So you're going to be left with X equals, well, let's work it out. 5, 12 minus 5 is 7. X equals 175. So 100, the airplane ascended 175 feet. You can say the airplane went up 175 feet. A lot of ways to write it in your own words. In the last problem, in his home aquarium, Marlin has 12 times as many blue tankfish as he has clownfish. Marlin just counted 72 tankfish. How many clownfish does he have? So C equals number of clownfish. So in his own aquarium, Marlin has 12 times as many blue tankfish as he has 12 clownfish. So it's going to be 12 times as many clownfish. Okay? That's how many blue he has. And we know that he has 72 blue clownfish. Tankfish. Sorry. Tankfish. Blue tankfish. So, again, how many clownfish does he have? If he has 12 times as many blue as clownfish, it's going to be 12 times C. And because you're multiplying, you are dividing 12 from both sides. So C equals 6. So he has, Marlin has 6 clownfish. I hope this video really helped out with word problems, creating one-set word problems, and creating equations from those word problems.